I'm just weeping right now for what I have to do, which is level Ulfar all the way. I'm probably gonna do that off camera. I will not lie, because we could be here for a minute, and I don't know if anybody, not even the Allfather, has the to sit through that. So I'm gonna get like Ulfar leveled and geared, and then we will, I guess, are we hopping straight on to... Yeah, are we hopping straight to that? Euphrates 2, Chapter 4, The Siege. Yes. Time to go. We'll go to Euphrates 2. We'll see what's gonna happen. I'm ready for an all-out war. Like, I feel like that's where we're headed, which is fine. All that really matters is I won that big ship fight that I didn't think I was gonna win, so. The rogue trader ship took its place in the center of the attack formation. The right flank was guarded by the sacred combat vessels of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The left side consisted of the combined forces gathered by the Lord Inquisitor, headed by a frigate of the indomitable Space Wolves. The enemy deployed their ships in a wide arc in an attempt to surround the squadron. The heretics' plan was not meant to be. Thorvald and Opticon 2-2 sent their detachments forward, tying up the enemy in combat and presenting the Lord Captain with a chance to deliver a blow to the very heart of the enemy position, where the flagships of these traitors to humanity awaited their final hour. All right, let's do this. How am I gonna live without Argenta? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I think that this is the equivalent of feeling naked in this game when you don't, like, I feel like in any game though, when you don't bring like your main squad with you. For the glory of the dynasty! It's definitely the equivalent of feeling naked kind of thing. Oh my gosh, that is huge. Okay, is that me? That's me. Girl, destroy the enemy. Oh Lord, you got, no! Oh no, you missed, loser. Oh no. Tass? What are we gonna do? Okay. No, we need the ability to move 90 degrees. So then that way, if I go here, that will just barely graze it. That will not. That will not. If I go here, let me see. Okay, you know what? Because I'll still be able to move after. I want this, and I want that. What is it? Yeah, I don't want the ram. Okay. Then I'm going to move a few more steps forward. Right after that, I'm going to move up here. Oh, I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit him. First here.
The time has come.
Tuss. All right, girl, here's what we're gonna do. You hit it.
Fire the lance batteries.
Good. Then you hit this.
Bleed them.
Right in the butt. You did nothing. Tess, legitimately, you did F all, daughter. That's fine. She's pretty. Okay, listen, she's pretty.
Macro cannons, volley.
Okay, baby hits. Good.
Another salvo.
Good. I was hoping we'd do little baby hits. Okay, you.
Unleash your vengeful salvo.
Good. And then Tess here.
Lay in the course.
Let's move. All right. I want to hit Tess, whatever you do. Okay, that was a good hit. Viper class, can you do something? No, why are you running? Come back. Oh, you're gonna make more babies. Okay. Ha ha. That was dumb, I know, but at the same time, I think it was worth it. Okay. Now let's see what happens. I want to see what the movement is. I mean, he kind of gave me, I could go one of two ways. What is that? Lord help. Aha! Okay. You over here. We'll see what happens next. Oh. No. She gonna have to go right through. Wait. There. I'm gonna put her. If I put you here, will you? Barely, but she will. And the dorsal will reach.
The time has come.
Miss it! I'll take the 9. Okay, this. No, I thought it was gonna hit! If I do that, will it? I think it will.
Fire the lance batteries.
Come on. Okay. Okay.
Bleed them.
That was a good hit. Oh no, it wasn't on the big ship. No, I thought I was hitting the big boy. Whoops. Can I undo that? No. We live and die by what we did, Tess. Okay, you. Okay. Now you. Yeah. I would like it to go fast. Okay, what's next? No, stop making the warp! No, that ship is gone. Cool. That I get no help. Okay, is this gonna go now? Yep. Oh no. Are we gonna get through this? Well, you know what? We'll see what happens. Stay tuned to find out.
Contribution to Lady Theodora's legacy.
All right, another fight won. Excellent, love it. We did it. I still hate it, but I still got it. I don't know if I still actually got it, but we did it. We won. I didn't feel like you guys needed to suffer through that with me. So, as your friend, you're welcome. We did it. We defeated the big bad. I'm very excited about that. If only that was actually the big bad, though, because apparently it's time for read along with Plex. Sector, Koronus Expanse, region, Mundus Valencia system, Dargonis Palace of... Oh! The author, Corvin Lazarus. A general once said that all wars are fundamentally the same. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Grok shit. That general didn't witness the events on Euphrates II. Rogue trader Tessera von Valencius was the supreme commander in that battle. A woman of iron will, unfaltering, unshakable. I served in her personal enforcer guard back then. Just another soldier, or just another cocky kid who thought he was an expert soldier. The Emperor was gracious to me. He gave me a chance to realize just how wrong I was. Most of my comrades didn't get that chance. Oh. Okay, so I wonder if certain things are going to start coming in. Uh-huh. Yeah, so this must be the next point. Oh. Open history. Close history. No! What did I do? I don't know what I did there. I apologize in advance. The shuttles would have blocked out the sun. If you could have seen it through the smoke of the manufactorum of Sigma S13, at its heart stood the machine cathedral, our primary objective. The Lord Captain showed us mercy by having the landing zone bombarded from orbit. All the shuttles carrying troops and, more importantly, precious vehicles reached their destination. Daunted by our numbers, the enemy withdrew. That was the perfect moment for a decisive attack. With an armored vehicle force of this size, we had the upper hand. Upon descending from orbit, Sister Argenta inspired the troops with the very first notes of her prayers. Her singing was the Emperor's voice, commanding us to fight without any regard for our own lives. After rousing the soldiers to launch a daring raid, she quickly captured one of the heretic commanders. That was when we heard a starkly different voice from the Sister of Battle. Trembling with fury, she personally interrogated the miscreant, pulling one poisoned confession after another out of him. Once she was done, the world was purged of his impure breath, and she was the one wielding the flamer. The sight of that heretic writhing in flames was imprinted upon our memory, shining a light on the cruel darkness of our immediate future, like a brilliant beacon. In the command center, the Lord Captain ordered her generals to So 90% there. 77, 39. Why are we so bad at this? Deliver a tactical report. The best breakthrough point into the Manufactorum Sigma S13 was receiving Dock MU-514, one of the oldest parts of the city whose fortification and defense systems were starting to show their age. Every approach to it was covered in traps, atomic mines, mechanical mayhem collars, skin-rending arc viruses. But we were ready to advance, taking sector after sector, even if it meant throwing our bodies at whatever the enemy had in store for us. Let's try. Commence a rapid tank assault in accordance with the Doctorum armored wave device. Yeah. Our negligible losses during the landing stage gave us enough armored vehicles for a decisive push against the enemy's position. We began our advance. I'll never forget the roar of the tank, its treads tearing the heretics' infantry to pieces, accompanied by the shrieks of blast guns and the rumble of heavy artillery, the deafening symphony of war. Nothing could stop us. We marched in the wake of a column of armored beasts, not turning to look at the mushroom clouds climbing over piles of enemy bodies and those of our own. We had our orders. Pushing through the ruins of sacred workshops, we looked with awe upon the machines that, up until that point, had remained forbidden to the eyes of the lady. Those were palaces of incredible and frightening technology. Void ship assembly halls, alchemical atriums, sacred arsenals, generators producing invisible fields, unsettling to the mind, and scriptoriums containing knowledge of horrors best left undiscovered. In one of the chemical chapels, we came upon a shipment of cisterns containing hallucinogenic gas. Regiments to detail the reasons why the first assault failed. Tech use, intelligence, okay, or carouse. So, okay, good. So the influence of the ruinous powers had corrupted and twisted Dock MU-514 beyond recognition. Any potential approaches were blocked by walls of flesh fused with metal and anomalies that bent reality around them. Hundreds of possessed machines assembled on Euphrates II rose against us. The enemy was expecting us to strike, and we needed to disrupt their defenses before attacking. So we can do intelligence or carouse. So intelligence is the deployment of infiltrators and execution of the enemy, or shelling the enemy with gas munitions procured on the surface. I'm gonna go with intelligence there. Yes. The Space Wolves entered the city undetected and reaped a bloody harvest there. None could hide from those fierce, cunning warriors. The infiltrators killed one officer after another, sowing panic and disarray among the enemy. The bodies were impaled on spikes so that the heretics could see their commanders from afar. Once the mayhem had reached its peak, the Space Wolves demolished the turrets, opened the gates, gave the signal to attack. The dock was ours. It took us many days to break through the metal heart of the Manufactorum. In the third week of the assault, the vanguard was halted and swept away by a salvo of plasma macro cannons. Scorning every canon of sacred engineering, the heretics had placed the hull of an unfinished void cruiser on treads several kilometers long. This leviathan of adamantine and plasteel barred our way. Magos Dominus Opticon 2-2 insisted that we retake the sacred machine, for the vessel had been in the making for many decades, and its destruction would have meant a great tragedy for the Imperium. It came as a surprise to all when the Space Wolf Thorvald supported the Magos Dominus. After the Lord Captain had reconciled him with the Explorator leader, Thorvald had tamed his pride and spoke in favor of the Tech Priest's cause of liberating the noble machines. The Lord Captain sent scouts to assess the fearsome weapon. The sight was both terrifying and mesmerizing. A majestic cathedral that was designed to cut through the void was instead resting on treads of a size that staggered the imagination. Those treads were grinding buildings into dust, and the ship's heavy cannons were incinerating entire tank formations. How could mere mortals hope to defeat a behemoth like that? The Lord Captain... demolition, say 50%, tech use 0, Tessera, logic 32. All right, guess we're going for demolition. Cruisers destroyed using the blessed megaton charges. Yes. The Explorator tech priests took this grim duty upon themselves, refusing to let the lay people anywhere near their void ship. A mournful procession of Skitarii and Jinseers and servitors set out towards their target, dragging the tank-sized megaton charges behind them. The Omnissiah watched over them that day. Every charge reached its target. The tech priests offered prayer to the machine god as they activated the charges in their final act of sacrifice. I imagine one could see the death of the mighty cruiser from orbit with the naked eye. Slipping on pools of blood mixed with sacred unguents, we made it to the machine cathedral. A gargantuan hall breathing with flames of 1,000 furnaces. The last bastion of the enemy army. That was where I first faced the world bearers. Betrayers of humanity, unworthy sons of the Emperor. What could we, mere humans, possibly do to match their unholy bestial rage? Okay. Coercion. Tess? Alright, persuasion. Devised a plan that placed the Space Wolves at the forefront. Okay, that worked, girl. I'm so proud of you. The Emperor's angels themselves led the charge that day. Magnificent in their rage, they forged a path for us to follow. Even appalling champions of the arch-enemy could not stop them. While we distracted the enemy with suppressive fire and hails of grenades, our unyielding leaders charged the word bearers and tore them to pieces. We were the anvil of his wrath, and they were the hammer. And that's when it came. Doomscream. An ancient and bloodthirsty hellbrute, a merciless executor forged from adamantine and ceramite. That single foe was repelling our assaults one after the other, turning hundreds of soldiers into a bloody pulp. For as long as that abomination lived, we had no hope of reaching the heart of the enemy citadel. The dire-eyed Thorball volunteered to track down and destroy the vile spawn, but fate had other things in store for him and his brothers. The Space Wolves pack was to be the first to storm the machine cathedral. Thus, Magos Dominus Opticon 2-2 assembled a cohort of elite Skitarii and said that he would locate and eliminate Doomscream. The soldiers were whispering that he was willing to activate the so-called Guaranteed Annihilation Protocol, a terrible and ominous rite that is as lethal to the enemies of the Omnissiah as it is to his faithful servants. Upon arriving at the front lines, the Lord Captain questioned the survivors, those lucky enough to have escaped with their lives had little to tell us. They remembered a terrible howl hanging in the air and a death machine impossibly quick for its size, dismembering people and crumpling tanks with its horrific manipulators. This enemy was ancient, devious, utterly mad. The heretic's mind was clouded by rage and hatred, and his body was bound within a prison of metal and mutated flesh. Okay. Can we not? We have no ability to save right now. So here's where is the I would have to go fight that all again because Plex being Plex didn't save. So I don't want to lose this fight, but at the same time, never mind, we're going for it. Yeah, we succeeded. Yes, never mind. Okay, Opticon 2-2 lived. I love him. We couldn't not. What happened next would become legend. The Lord Captain at the head of her retinue challenged the bloodlusting heresiarch that had crawled out of the darkness of time. She dealt the wicked executioner a heavy and mortifying blow. Thus the Doomscream was routed. The abomination's torn pincer, fitted with an ancient powerful bolter, became the rogue trader's rightful trophy. What did you get? Girl, give that to... Oh, it gotta be heretical. Don't give it to Argenta. At last, we reached the machine cathedral. We saw a yawning lift shaft left behind by a colossal land-gnawing drill that had burrowed for kilometers into the depths of the planet. There, deep below, lay the last hiding place of the heretics' leaders. Hundreds of grenades, accompanied by promises of swift judgment, were hurled into the pit. Such was our righteous anger. The planetary assault was a resounding success. The enemy forces were shattered and broken. A small fraction remained in the machine cathedral. The rest either had been destroyed or were destined to meet the same inevitable fate soon. The Lord Captain's retinue and the Space Wolves band delved into the shaft heading towards the heart of the Machine Cathedral. We watched them leave with reverence in our eyes as we were setting up a perimeter around the entrance. We knew that the true outcome of the Battle of Euphrates II depended on them, and our fate were theirs to decide. Okay. All right. Who, okay, no, okay. We've all seen Kibellah fight, right? Like, can we afford to leave Kibellah at home? I don't think so. The question is, though, do I not bring Heinrich and I bring Argenta instead? I kind of think... I'm kind of leaning towards this. This could be stupid. I'm not leaving boyfriend behind because I want to see what stupid things he could potentially say. Kibellah, like, you can't leave your bodyguard behind. That defeats the purpose of having a bodyguard. Ulfar has to come, and then we'll bring our, like, Abelard, obviously. Like, you can't leave the tank behind. So, I think this is a good squad. Let's roll with this. Like, Abelard and Marzai are non-negotiables for me. And Kibellah and Argenta also kind of... All right, listen. This is... Tessera has... Not just me, but Tessera has spoken. Can you imagine leaving Argenta behind at a time like this? Is it silly? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not, though. Maybe this is the squad to end all squads. Oh. Hello. Cutscene. I love the cutscenes. Erlon the Cruel, may the energies of the Immaterium flow into its core. May the gears resume turning. May the batteries be infused with the blessed poison. Oh. Hello. Is that Voitvir next to him? Okay, hi. You're new. I think. Why do I feel like... Oh, wait. Didn't he try to take over our mind? Like, didn't we see him before? We've seen him before, right? Maybe. Hopefully somebody help. The giant clad in dark crimson armor is in the middle of a sinister litany. His words turning into a repetitive, ethereal stench and flakes of otherworldly ice. He does not notice your presence. Yeah, it is Voitvir! The same cannot be said for Conrad Voitvir, who stands at his side. His completely mutated turquoise eyes flash upon seeing you. He flinches but remains silent, hesitant to interrupt the ritual. I never thought so. Wait! I want to smile at Voitvir, but at the same time, I want to be announced. What an announcement! Will this do? Thorvald takes aim and sends a bolt right into the sorcerer's back. Hey, you foul-blooded spawn of a worm-ridden womb. We've come to rip your guts out. I kind of wish we had gone for the Voitvir line now. I thought it was going to be a little bit better. But anyways, I'll take it. Just know, Noble Test is going to say the other thing. The sorcerer reluctantly turns his burning gaze upon you. So you're the one who is eager to meet me and your own demise. Rejoice, brother Twilight. Today, you become the new rogue trader. What? Voitvir's deformed features twist into a bloodthirsty smile. Yes, I will rectify my... Oh, sorry. Yes, master. Oh. I will rectify my mistake and reclaim what was stolen. Examine the machine. The platform beneath the sorcerer's feet is the drilling machine's massive tunneling shield. This mighty mechanism can gnaw through underground rock, bunker bulkheads reinforced with adamantine, or anything else that may lurk in the planet's depths. The corrupted servants of Deus Mechanicus scuttle around the heretic, muttering twisted prayers of ignition in attempts to persuade the Omnissiah's majestic beast to awaken and rend the world's flesh. Do you have a name, or shall I simply refer to you as the Heretic? You know my name well. I am Erlon the Cruel, breaker of misbelievers, truth speakers, triumphator of the faith, dark apostle. Why is that? Of the blessed world bearers legion. Kneel and offer a prayer of gratitude for your death. Your death could not bear a worthier name. Kibellah's earnest laughter resounds through the shaft. She wipes her eyes, ignoring the look of bewilderment. You, death? Oh, undying emperor! No! She literally started laughing so hard she was crying. No, I love her. You must have been preoccupied with something profoundly important if you paid no heed to me obliterating your army. Death for the glory of the true gods is a blessed fate for any believer. Why would I rob them of it? Every martyr who perishes in their name only empowers their reign. I was tasked with a different mission, to make the Koronus Expanse behold the sheer impotence of its most eminent protector. Once Calcazar's treasure has been stolen, his secret hoards plundered, and his name shamed, the dogs of the false emperor will see the truth. No one will protect them. No one will heed their pleas. Only by bowing to the masters of the immaterium will they earn the right to live. What is this treasure you covet? I will keep this from you so that you may perish in the darkness of ignorance. Pathetic. Your master didn't even tell you the reason why he sent you to face your death, and neither will I make this poisoned cup any easier to drink. If you're so confident in your victory, then what are these secrets for? Very well. Kneel. Pledge yourself to the true gods of the warp. For great revelations are a reward for the faithful. He gestures at you imperiously. Thorvald nods at his weapon. I doubt you intend to obey, but I will still advise against it. Please. Tessera von Valencius hasn't obeyed a day in her life. Voivir! What the devils are you doing? He cocks his head sharply like a bird and laughs mockingly. I'm on the path to greatness, Tessera. True power. Of the kind you and Theodora could only dream of. The edge of daybreak promised to weave me a truly remarkable fate. You have almost reached the end. Do not dare speak. No, you surrender and What? What? Mercy. At a time in the Tessera, we don't have the funds for mercy. You're on a path to your own death, nothing more. You've almost reached the end. An empty threat. I have the upper hand this time. In my next prayer to the dark gods, I will thank them for letting me destroy another rogue trader of the Von Valencius line. If only you knew what powerful weapon awaits us down below. With it, we'll make the entire expanse. Enough, Brother Twilight! Your lips will not speak a word more than it is a heathen's place to hear. More than it is a heathen's place to hear. Ignorance is their cloister. Let them remain trapped there. Thorvald! Yeah! Get them! The wolf lets out a chilling howl and his pack ready their weapons, acknowledging it as an unequivocal order to kill. With a solemn gesture of his hand, Erlon thunders in fury. Let those who blaspheme against the true gods beg forgiveness in vain. Let their lips be sealed, let their hand be severed, let their souls be reaped. I like how the terrifying baby is here. All right. What is this delicious music? To battle, do not allow any respite. Von Valencius, find cover before you lose your head. I'm not gonna lose my head, but cover would be nice. I'm a sniper.